From the streets of New England to communities across America, this is Across the Streets, hosted by the Boyer Boys.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Across the Streets with your hosts, the Boyer Boys.
We cover local news stories starting in New England, then we're going to spread out to the rest of this beautiful country we call the United States of America.
Yes, indeed.
So maybe you might find out something that you didn't know that was going on in your neck of the woods and in your streets.
Yes, indeed. We're going on to the first scene. We're going to NBC 10 WJAR. See what's going on.
And new in the 19th tonight, it's happened again. This 18-year-old Woonsocket man charged tonight with filming URI students in dorm showers. I'm Dan Janey.
And I'm Patrice Wood. He is the second person charged in the year, and they're not students. We want to know what's being done to protect the students. And the night team's John Perrick is trying to get answers for you live at URI. John?
Patrice and Dan, that's right. Police tell us that the alleged act actually happened twice. First here inside Browning Hall, and then 3 days later it happened again inside the dorm across the street. And tonight we went to the university with a list of questions.
I think it's absolutely insane.
Tonight, campus police arresting 18-year-old Evan Alexander Bupavong. He faces video voyeurism charges after police say he tried to film naked male URI students in the shower.
People pay thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to go here, and why is this happening?
Police say the disturbing alleged incident happened twice, both times inside freshman dorms.
Freshman dorms? That is unbelievable.
My sister goes to school at URI, and to think that that could possibly happen to her or anybody in her friend group is just that's scary, that's unreal.
The first incident, police say, happened the night of March 6th, here inside an all-gender bathroom at Browning Hall. The second incident, authorities tell us, was only 3 days later, inside a men's bathroom at Butterfield Hall. And now the university tells us the 18-year-old suspect, Bupavong, isn't even a student. So how did he get inside the dorms? We went to his Woonsocket house looking to hear his side of the story. No one came to the door. All of the blinds were shut in the home, but there were 3 cars in the driveway. This incident comes after police last year arrested James Paquette for video voyeurism at URI. And in 2019, police investigated another man for 4 reports of filming inside freshman dorm bathrooms. Tonight, we then turned back to the university looking for answers. Our questions: what action is the university taking now to prevent these incidents from happening? Can anyone walk into a university building, let alone a dorm? Did the suspect know any students on campus? Why was he there?
You know, smart watches and smart glasses and anything like that, where people can just record anything. You can be a victim anywhere, anywhere you go. So you just got to be careful. And
not only that, not only can you be a victim, it's not just for men, not just for women. It goes for men too, because he had his camera in the men's bathroom, in the men's shower. Sometimes I believe he would be taking them pictures, taking them videos, and putting them on stuff because you can upload any video to one of porn site, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they probably trying to get money off them joints. You know what I'm saying? And people like those videos. It's the person that really don't know that they're getting recorded, so it seems real authentic and stuff like that. People like those stuff that's seem real authentic. So, but sometimes I think people not just doing it for their own pleasures, they're doing it just for monetary gain by posting them on those sites.
Yeah, it's kind of hot too, because he wasn't even a student, so he was just getting access, other ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So, people that want to prey on certain people and want to get. So, they know where to go to target their most vulnerable victims. So, just got to be careful. Sometimes it's unavoidable, man. Cameras can be really small nowadays.
Yeah, and they said that the one in Browning Hall, which also was a little spice we posted up at, they said it was an all-gender bathroom. You know what I mean? So,
everybody got that.
Yeah, so he had open field, you know what I'm saying?
He had it all locked up.
Yeah, he got all types of footage, but,
well,
I'm sure it goes with him,
Hopefully they can confiscate all that footage so those victims don't get exposed in those certain ways.
Yeah, it's too much money being spent at that school. They got to figure out some of that security.
Next, we're going to go to WPRI.
And while we're talking about travel, they wreak havoc on your car, cause issues with traffic, and this winter they continue to pop up all over the place.
Yeah, we're talking about potholes. Rhode Islanders are sounding the alarm on roads all over the state, while the Department of Transportation says they're patching them daily.
Our Sophia Szabo joins us in Portsmouth with more details. Sophia?
The Rhode Island Department of Transportation is no stranger to the pothole problem, but now that the weather is allowing for more to pop up, they are really starting to get on some people's nerves, and frustrations are boiling over for residents.
It's like Mario Kart out here. You gotta avoid them. It's like you blow out a whole tire in that.
They come in different shapes and sizes and show up on roads all across the state.
Rhode Island's known for that. Yeah, we're like the pothole capital. It's a statewide problem. It always has been.
Everyone responds to potholes differently.
I put a cone and somebody took it, so now everybody keeps hitting that big pothole every night. Even the ambulance, because this is the way to the Miriam Hospital.
Some choose to go around them.
It's a two-way, one up, one down, so they're going around the pothole while another car is coming down, so it's horrible.
Others go right over.
It makes you wonder if your kidneys are coming out.
And almost everyone knows the destruction they can cause.
I bent my axle on one of them, and it's all along both sides of the road, but they just get ridiculously deep.
My mom hit one, actually, I think it was that pothole, and her whole hubcap came off.
According to the Rhode Island Department of Transportation, plowable snow and warm temperatures as of late can lead to the development of potholes, which they say they have been patching daily. But there's a problem. The department says asphalt plants typically close in the winter, limiting the amount of durable patching material they can use. This machine on East Main Road in Portsmouth fills this pothole with loose material, then pats it down by driving over it. Meanwhile, residents just want to see them fixed for the good of their cars and safety on the roads.
Use the tax dollars to actually fix the roads. Like there's a pothole here, there's a couple potholes falling apart at the stop sign.
Just fix it. You know, I don't want to keep banging and banging. Just fix it.
It should be better than this with the amount of money we pay for taxes.
Now, if your vehicle was damaged by a pothole on a state road, you can file a damage claim on RIDOT's website within 7 days. All potholes on city and town roads should be reported to that community's Department of Public Works. Reporting in Portsmouth, Sophia Szabo, 12 News.
Yeah, man. You know, we had a lot of potholes this year. We had, after the snow, a lot of snow on the ground. It felt like in our city, Providence, the mayor dropped the ball. Big time. But the snow removal was horrible, and the roads were really icy. Then when they did come and plow, it was a lot of ice and a lot of, so they made a lot of potholes. They were horrible.
Yeah, real nasty out there. You know, it's some potholes that are so bad. I hit this pothole the other day. I thought it took probably like a couple months off my car's life. I was like, yeah, this thing like it sounded really bad. Like my car screamed when it hit that joint. So you know, but
I feel like they did a better job than I thought they was gonna do at fixing the potholes. Because there was some massive potholes that's been fixed. So.
You know, I know at least in the Providence area they get the you report potholes that you might have hit or any kind of damage you had to the vehicle from. These city streets, you know.
They'll reimburse you.
Yeah, something like that. I hit a pothole and tore my tire up. Yeah, that's what I did.
They give you money back?
Yeah, that whole process, but yeah, I guess it worked out.
But what they paid you on food stamps, like the old food stamps, like we talked about last episode with the buck. They gave me money.
I would have took that. That's hey.
They gave that the purple buck.
You know.
What they call that when you depressed eating or comfort eating? Yeah, comfort eating. You know that car, man. The ice cream.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get it back tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll be all right.
You know. All right. So next we're gonna go to NBC 10 WJAR.
The Real Housewives of Rhode Island were in Massachusetts this morning. Several of the cast members were seen on a float in Boston's St. Patrick's Day parade. The show was filmed here at home in southern New England. It premieres on Bravo on April 2nd at 9 p.m.
That's what's up.
April 2nd, Bravo. Check out Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
Yeah.
I don't know who's gonna be on there.
Yeah, me either. I'm thinking the same thing.
I'd be real interested to see if they represent Rhode Island the way Rhode Island really is. You know, Real Housewives, they go to events. The events they ain't supposed to be at, people they don't like, and then they meet up in like restaurants and they have arguments. You know, so I mean,
yeah, read in public places.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm also curious to see what's that cast going to look like. Maybe I'll check out the season premiere.
There's a show called Searching for a Sister Wife.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
But they had a couple from Providence. They were trying to get to be their sister wife. They was kind of like just dating her. And it was from Providence. I was like, wow. So, you know, Providence get a little shine.
Yeah.
Rhode Island.
Get a little TV time, you know.
Mm-hmm. We got Biggie. We got Biggie from Baddies. You know, man, she out there too.
Mm-hmm.
Can't leave Biggie out.
Shout out to my Rhode Islanders out there on the tube making it happen.
We're a reality TV tip. Next, we got WFSB 3, Connecticut. Load that clip.
A man is facing multiple charges after police say he is responsible for a deadly fire at a homeless encampment in Milford. This happened last August behind a Lowe's store on Old Gate Lane. Today, police arrested that man, 54-year-old Matthew Keeley. He is charged with murder, arson, strangulation, as well as other charges. He's being held right now on a $2 million bond.
And homeless encampments, you never know who you're gonna come across out there. You got people that's just moving, man. People just moving around, see who they can attach to. They got all type of drug and mental health issues. You never know who's rolling around.
Yeah, anything could be going on. You never know. Somebody probably lighting up, fell asleep while it's lit. It hit some, started the fire, boom, boom. Next thing you know, the whole encampment shut down. You know, but they're popping up, and the encampments they're popping up everywhere, you know. And, I don't think anybody really has the actual answers. I mean, where can they go? Where they gonna go?
Right.
Situation.
Is that somebody need to get together? So somebodies need to get together and figure out that problem and figure out a solution to, you know, solve the homelessness problem that we have in America. Some of the greatest cities that you hear about from all over the world, the Los Angeles and the New York cities, the greatest cities in the world. You know what I'm saying? You got $1 million houses, people who live in $1 million apartments and $1 million houses. Then you go straight down the street and there's people living in tents right on the side of the street, like literally like 200 yards away. And you know, it's just crazy. It doesn't make any sense. And also, I mean, we watch some of these like documentaries, kind of like things, and where they talk to people on the streets. Some of these people will tell you that this is our choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have responsibilities. I don't want to have the weight that everybody else carries by going to 9 to 5. I just want to live free and do what I want to do. They kind of like, in a way, choose that life.
Yeah, and I agree in some ways. I was at this lady's house a couple weeks ago, inspecting her house, and she was like, you know. So I grew up in apartments my whole life. I mean, doing a landlord take care of that stuff. She was like, you know, life's too short to have to worry about when a boiler breaks. So sometimes you go and you have to go and dig into your savings. And then when she said that to me, I was like, you know what? She has a good point. Because I was a housing counselor for years. And then, like, the more I'm doing, I'm teaching the classes, I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, so this ain't, I don't know if this is the way.
Is this going to make me happy? Am I doing this because this was people are telling me this what makes you happy, this what makes you accomplished? Am I doing it because of that? You know what I'm saying? Or am I doing this for my own reasons? You know what I'm saying?
30 years a slave to a house you're never going to own because taxes, even after it's paid off, you know what I'm saying? You don't pay them extra doodads and them taxes. You're still gonna lose it.
They said this is a rental.
They said you a lie.
They pay these taxes. I'm coming to get it.
You're right to the next dude, so he can start from scratch. Another 30 years a slave. And Motor Words Local Ruckus, the white man sure is brilliant. But yeah, we're gonna go into the next one. NBC 10 WJAR.
Parents uneasy tonight after cocaine was found in an elementary school bathroom in Cranston.
A teacher's assistant arrested. Turns out she's former Congressman David Cicilline's sister. NBC 10's Mike Cerullo live at Gladstone Barrows Elementary School tonight with reaction. Mike?
Well, Gene Patrice, surprise, disgust, those are the words that parents are expressing to me as they digest this information. Some tell me they know the teacher's assistants involved in this case, and they say that she appeared to be good with the kids, and they cannot believe that she's the one accused in this investigation.
Little kids come here. I mean, how can you do that?
Parents in disbelief after a bathroom inside this elementary school became the center of a criminal investigation. Police say this teacher's assistant, Stephanie Cicilline Given, left a Ziploc bag with white powder and a straw inside that bathroom Thursday morning. A school nurse found it on the sink. Police were called. They ran a test and found the substance was cocaine.
I was shocked. That's crazy. Crazy.
According to this police report, Cicilline Given asked investigators whether they found her vape before telling them she had dumped her purse out onto the sink to do her makeup. Police say she later admitted to using cocaine, though not on school grounds, and asked what would happen if she said the cocaine was hers. According to the police report, she then told investigators her relatives are attorneys and she didn't want to get fired. The police report says the bathroom was in the school nurse's office and was used by both students and staff.
I hope they do a better job on who comes in and out in this place.
In a statement, a school spokesperson said Cranston police searched the rest of the building with canines and did not find any other drugs. That statement did not mention Cicilline Given, her job status, or her drug charge. Now, Cicilline Given was released from custody. She's due in court next month. And again, sources do tell NBC 10 she is the sister of former Rhode Island Congressman David Cicilline, now the president of the Rhode Island Foundation. We have reached out to the Rhode Island Foundation for comment, but have not heard back at this time. We'll let you know when we do. But for now, live in Cranston, Mike Cerullo, NBC 10 News.
That's wild. You see why all the kids liked her. She was the life of the party. You know?
A little ping ping, but boom boom. You come back to class like, come on, kids, let's get through.
Who was there a story?
One time, me and David. We're on our bikes, right? We're going down the hill.
You know, David Cicilline, her sister, she's her sister.
Yes, David Cicilline was the first gay mayor, openly gay mayor of Providence.
Yeah, they called him the Gayer.
Yeah, so that was his sister. You know, I mean, everybody liked her. I could see if they didn't really like her, and she had like an attitude. She was going around sniffing the ping ping, and then, acting crazy. She had a bad reputation, but she was spreading a little love, shedding a little tear, kept her going. It's not easy dealing with them kids every day.
Yeah,
she needed a little pick her up. She. The problem was she was not responsible with her little giddy up. Coffee wasn't doing it no more. She needed something a little stronger.
And the problem is on that booger sugar, she left the booger sugar in the bathroom. It was the bathroom that the teachers and students used. So whatever student would have walked up in there and seen that.
Yeah, she probably just took a bump, and was ready. She probably fixing her hair, put it down, forgot about it, fixed her hair up, and just went to go conquer the world.
Yeah.
And forgot, left it behind.
So she's like, you know what? I know a guy. I can get this sorted out.
But, yeah, right. I got lawyers.
Flex muscle.
I got lawyers. You guys don't want to waste your time with this, okay? You don't want to do this. You don't waste your time.
Yeah, I will have you disappear. You hear me?
Capiche? I feel like nobody's mad at it, but it's like, cause you just gotta be more responsible. Like, it's tough. That was on the news.
You gotta think about the children.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A kid could have got that.
You want that booger sugar? Keep that booger sugar to yourself.
Keep the booger sugar at home.
Yeah. Now you use the taxpayers' money to pay for the school that you've been there doing booger sugar in. Ain't like a big party. You getting paid to participate. Bless her heart. Hopefully she'll make it through. David, talk to your sister. Talk some sense to her. Tell her leave that booger sugar away from public.
Leave it at home. All right, let's go to News Center in Maine.
And state troopers in New Hampshire pulled over 500 vehicles on St. Patrick's Day. Troopers also arrested 15 people during extra enforcement yesterday. 4 of those drivers were suspected of operating under the influence. 121 people were cited for speeding, and another 18 were cited for distracted driving.
Shit, that was in New Hampshire?
Yes, in New Hampshire on St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, it was a plan. It was like, we trying to get this money.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, were you out there to keep the roads safe, or were you out there to, you know, try to catch people doing stuff to, you know, like you said, to get the extra dollar, get all these fines and all that type of stuff? Well, it's kind of messed up. People sometimes want to enjoy themselves. I mean, I can see if you're out there enforcing the law and keeping the drunk drivers and the impaired off the road. But we just out there trying to mess with people's fun, man. You know, it's kind of trash.
I was driving to Cape Cod. I'm flying. I was going like 87, you know, in Mass. So it was like 65. I drive by, I see the stadium right there. I look down, I look at the speed I was like 87. He pulled me over. He came back with a warning. But on the warning, they said I was going 80 in the 65, but I was going 87. I was flying. They could have easily broke me off. So shout out to that officer. But you know, at the end of the day, it's St. Patty's Day, weekend, and stuff like that. So, you know, they're going to assume after everybody going to be drunk. You know, so if you're driving out there with a lead foot, you know, what you expect to happen?
Yeah, but come on, it's New Hampshire. Like, where else? They don't got much to look forward to.
Yeah.
Out in New Hampshire, you know, let people live, have a little fun. But like I said, keep the dangerous people off the roads as much as possible.